Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Bonner here, Overtime Athletes. So following up from the last video where I basically dropped kind of the findings of modified triphasic and how I've been using this particular sequence to really maximize vertical force. As I promised, we're gonna get deeper into each phase, and I'm kind of start to share with you some of the strategies as to what we're actually doing within the actual program. Real quick, if you're interested in EVA, go ahead and check out the link down below. I even have a link down there for some of you guys who have been athletes with me for a while that have requested or asked if you could get EVA for free. Check out that down below as well in the description. So getting right into it, just to rehash why we're performing isometrics first in phase one. Phase one is all about activation, right? The benefits, outside the performance benefits of recruiting maximal motor units, right? Neural activation, really turning on that musculature that's gonna support you in performing a better vertical jump. The two benefits that are really the most bang for your buck when it comes to isometrics of laying that foundation is tendon stiffness, right? There's a lot of research out there that has shown that over plyometrics and all these other modalities that isometrics increase tendon stiffness exponentially more. And then in addition to that, and if you're not familiar, obviously by strengthening the tendons which attach the muscle to the bone, we can not only absorb more force, but we also create that rubber band-like effect. It also supports you in being able to transfer that energy rapidly, and really it lays that foundation, creates that base. Think of that as the frame to the race car, right? In addition to that, it reduces compensation. And what I mean by that is when you have an athlete, let's say in a squat position, and you're getting them to drive their feet, right? You're in a static position when you're doing that. You're not performing a high velocity movement. They're not calling upon or you know, a lot of athletes move inefficiently. I'm seeing a lot of athletes who are knee dominant when they jump. So what this does is by having them in a static hold, right, and teaching them to fire their hips from this position, they can then, at a slow position, they can then do that maximally, stress that maximally, but then when they go transfer over and move to the next block and then perform that dynamically, you're gonna see those hips more engaged, which is overall down the line gonna produce a better vertical jump. So these are the benefits. So let's get into the real meat of this video. Training and how you're going to actually stress this modality or utilize isometrics in your training. So there's two different ways. Dynamically, which is what we could consider basically our jump training. Along with this, you're performing low-level plyos. But how we're stressing isometrics dynamically is we're going to perform iso extremes. These are just pulled out of the page exactly from the coach that I had years ago, Jay Schroeder. These are excellent in, again, reducing compensation, increasing tendon stiffness, and really overall firing up that nervous system. Then what we're gonna do is perform iso holds. This is basically just a resisted version of iso extremes, but they are at different angles. There was a research paper that came out that showed that isometrics really transfer over 10 degrees at which the joint angle of which the athlete performs them. So when you do it with weighted, you actually have a different angle. Last but not least is oscillatory, right? Jay called these things such as like low squat foot jumps where he puts you in position and really focus on increasing tendon stiffness. Down the line, we've kind of adapted the word oscillatory where it's a quick relaxation and contraction of that muscle at a particular joint angle. And you could do these either dynamically with body weight, or you'll do them resisted as well with a little bit of obviously resistance in the form of a barbell or a dumbbell. And then for strength, you're gonna perform resisted, which is your traditional triphasic by Cal Dietz, where you're actually pausing at a compound lift, which is great, but what I see is stressing the body isometrically the best is overcoming isometrics. There's a few great exercises that I feel are the best for really eliciting that response from the isometrics to, again, get these benefits from it. Guys, if your coach is randomly programming isometrics or eccentric training and you're not stressing that for a particular block, ask them why. There's no reason that you should be doing that, okay? You want to stress that modality maximally to receive the benefits. If you're just randomly doing them on a Tuesday, there's no benefit to it. Maybe turn it on for something else, but other than that, there's not really a benefit. So there it is. When we're focusing on phase 1 activation, this is the benefits we're trying to achieve. This is how we're going to do it. This is the why, this is the how. Get these, add these into your activation. Like I said, if you want a full program that lines out every single thing from reps, sets, all of that, go ahead and check out the link down below. I'll see you guys in the next video in phase 2.